MJD Beats. Live on the National Sports Studios from Spreaker.com, you are listening to In the Paint with Jordan Hunter and your host, Cameron Sadeghi.
Hello and welcome everybody to the show. I am Cameron Sadeghi. He is Jordan Hunter. Yes, yes, everybody. This is on 1,000 mics as well. The number to call is, well, if you're in the United States, 1-646-360-1708. Please call in. We got a lot to talk about here. We even have a Facebook page that Jordan doesn't even post on, but that's okay. Why haven't you posted anything yet?
Oh, I thought I'll post something, but what do I post?
I gave you the list. Okay, we're gonna, by the way, if you're just wondering about the Facebook page, we'll get on to the topics really shortly, but for the Facebook page, every single day, we're gonna have a little fact about some guy. So, on Mondays, it's called Mark Madsen Mondays, as you know. Okay, Tuesday is Darko Milicic Day. Wednesdays is Latrell Sprewell Day. Thursdays are Dennis Rodman days, Thursdays. Kwame Brown Fridays, Sam Bowie Saturdays, and Thomas Robinson Sundays. So basically, wait, say it again?
What about Tom Gugliotta?
No, okay. You said, well, both of us, we wanted Bus and Crazy Guys to be our topics, right?
What about guys with no work ethic?
That Mark Madsen's one of them. I've heard of that. No, okay. That's too cold on Mark Madsen. But first thing to start off with, Lamar Odom is missing. They don't know where he is for the past 3 days. He is
hiding from all the fans who think he still sucks.
Oh my God. According to TMZ, he's on crack cocaine, but we don't know where he is. And I know you have the little, not report, but tidbit about, you think he's gonna break, you think he's cheating on Khloe Kardashian, right?
No, I don't think that at all.
Oh.
I just think he's in rehab. I don't think he's, I think he's on crack cocaine, though.
Well, according to TMZ, it's true. I mean,
don't listen to TMZ.
I know, but I'm just saying, and even Sports Illustrated wrote about this. So, this is what TMZ had to say. It got so bad last August, Khloe pressured Lamar to go to rehab. Lamar went to a facility in San Diego, but he was so resistant, Khloe hired private investigators to secretly stand guard at the rehab place to make sure he didn't leave.
Wow.
Do you think this is absolutely ridiculous, or do you think there's some value to this? Because a lot of people have said, hey, Lamar's play has absolutely dropped down. What do you think?
Since he won the championship, in 2010, his play has dropped down each year. Maybe not as bad as Dallas, but it was bad in LA too.
Yeah, it's really bad over there for Lamar. So, again, I have no idea what's going on over there. I don't believe TMZ either, but I gotta say this. I've been pretty critical on Lamar, okay? I just don't like how he chooses where he wants to play. Like, other players have to go find the jobs. It's almost like, hey, I only want to play in Los Angeles. That's not the way an NBA professional should be. If you have to go to Minnesota, go to Minnesota. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem.
He wants to win a ring. All he cares about is keeping his family happy, and he wants to stay in LA.
Well, guess what? He's not producing really for the Clippers. He's actually been the liability for them. It's true. You may laugh, but it's true. You would even admit that.
He was a liability, yes.
Okay, so Lamar and with the drugs. So, oh, by the way, just found this out. In 2001, Odom was suspended twice in the span of 8 months for violating the league's anti-drug policy.
There you go.
Yeah, so this has been a problem in the past. Okay, he's smoking crack. What? Hey, you know what this reminds me of? Jay Williams played for the Chicago Bulls. Some of you know him as the motorcycle boy because he got into this huge motorcycle accident that ruined his career. They call him one of the biggest busts ever. Did you hear about what Jay said?
What did he say?
He said that the 2002 Chicago Bulls were taking most of the team would take in marijuana before the game, pre-game. And Charles Oakley was on that team and Brad Miller. So I wonder if Brad Miller and Charles Oakley took some marijuana. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not going to insinuate.
Brad Miller on the Kings then?
No, Brad Miller was on the Bulls. The 2002 Bulls were one of the worst teams ever in the NBA. No, they really were. No, statistically, you can go check right now. I want to go. We should get Charles Oakley on the show and ask him, did you guys take marijuana before games? Because, honestly, Jay Williams said so. I wonder if other teams have. I mean, it's a good question. Why not?
I wouldn't listen to Jay Williams.
You wouldn't or you would?
I would not.
I wouldn't either. I think a lot of people have called him a liar, and I actually kind of agree.
He is a liar.
Yeah, he has been. Look, if it's true, though, Charles Oakley, you are in big trouble because you talk a lot, and Charles Oakley always blames Charles Barkley for everything, but Charles Oakley actually slapped him, so he shouldn't be the one talking. But, yeah, so basically, Charles Oakley needs to stop it and act normal for once. Same with Jay Williams. But that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Yes.
Let's go to something else. LaMarcus Aldridge. And
Great player.
yeah, absolutely great player. Nicholas Batum said LaMarcus doesn't want to trade. Do you agree, or do you think LaMarcus is frustrated in Portland?
I think their team is better, so I don't know if he's frustrated, but yeah, some of it's on him. He has to perform too. You can't be frustrated and then not perform every night. You're an all-star.
Yeah, I don't think LaMarcus is frustrated either. A lot of people have said that. A lot of people are saying that Damian Lillard is taking shots away from him, but I heard Damian say that LaMarcus is fine with that and Batum. So, do you think? I don't know. Do you think LaMarcus is that type of guy though who wants to go to a big market team? Hey, LaMarcus would fit well in Miami.
Yeah. But I think he would. He wants a big market. Who doesn't? Everyone wants to be in the spotlight. I'm sure guys like Kevin Love, Rubio, they don't want to be in the spotlight. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to put the Lakers or the Knicks or the Nets or the Heat?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, with the Portland Trailblazers, they've always been mediocre, except for, the early 2000s when they had Rasheed Wallace barking off at Ron Garretson for everything. Ron Garretson was a ref, by the way. Scottie Pippen, Steve Smith. Like, that was a pretty good team, and Arvydas Sabonis, but what? You don't like Arvydas Sabonis either? What?
Nothing. Just keep going.
Okay, all right. I know I'm mentioning like so many guys in their name, but Portland, I think they have a chance to make the playoffs this year. Last year, a lot of injuries. I just think they're I think they're an overrated offensive team.
No, they definitely have talent. They have that combo.
They have talent.
A great scoring point guard and Young and Lillard, and then a big man who can work the post. And then you have Robin Lopez, who's a defensive center. That's the perfect formula for any championship team. You just have to build pieces around those two.
What do you think about J.J. Hickson, though?
Well, he's on the Nuggets now. What's there to say about him?
Yeah, that's true, but
He was undersized.
Okay, last year with Hickson, but you're right. I just thought Hickson played too many minutes though for them, but I agree. Robin
They
Lopez.
had the worst bench in the league.
I know. You see, that's the problem. You can't. To me, everybody says, "Oh, you need a superstar. Oh, you need a big time scorer." But if you don't have a good bench, you're never gonna go far.
True.
Exactly. So
Look at the 2011 Miami Heat. They didn't have
exactly.
their bench consisted of Jawan Howard.
And Mike Bibby chucking up 30-footers. What happened to Bibby? He's coaching AAU now or something? I don't know. But
He's still getting kicked out of his son's game.
he's still getting kicked out of his son's game. You know, you're definitely right about that. I've heard Bibby goes crazy at AAU games in Atlanta. But I just think Portland will be fine. Do you think the coaching staff is good for Portland? Do you think this is the right leadership?
Yeah, I have to do. Stock is a good coach. He works well with the young guy. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but they'll definitely be close. They have the talent. They have the bench.
Yeah.
And the bench kind of sucks. They have some talent.
Yeah. Do you think Batum will go absolutely crazy again? Because Batum's one of those guys that nobody talks about. I think Batum's gonna have a great year. Do you think that Batum can elevate to All-Star level, or is that kind of?
Definitely no.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He's a utility man. He'll get you 12, 5, and 5. That's all you really need from him when you're getting 20 from Lillard and 20 from Aldridge, 10 to 15 from Wesley Matthews. And then your bench, McCollum or Mo Williams, Darrell Wright. Those guys are all going to have to score, but not necessarily big numbers.
What do you think, though? Like, do you think that... I think Mo Williams is a gunner. Same with... Well, I mean...
He's good.
I like Mo Williams, but I don't trust him through the long run. Like, he's never been that guy where I've said, I can plug him in and we could win a championship, like, off the bench. I think that McCollum should get most of the shots over Mo Williams. Would you agree, or do you think that's too much pressure for McCollum?
Mo Williams is a good player. He's a good player.
Okay, what about last year in Utah? A lot of people question him, and especially the last years in Cleveland.
He was thrown into a role he wasn't comfortable with. He wasn't comfortable being the main guard. I like him coming off the bench, working with McCollum.
Yeah, I agree. I think McCollum, though, a lot of people say he's not he doesn't pass at all. That's totally not true. At Lehigh, he was really pressured to score, but C.J. McCollum can pass.
They both went to small schools. When you go to small schools, you're going to have to shoot the ball. Look at Doug McDermott. He goes to Creighton. He's going to shoot the ball a lot, and then go against his draft stock. But, you know, he's a shooter. You got to do it. Doug McBuckets.
Doug McDermott. I can't believe his dad was the coach. That's amazing in my opinion. But yeah, I just think that CJ, you know, he's a really solid guy. I just don't know. I just wonder if Mo Williams will explode, because Mo Williams has a short temper. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does. He was unhappy in Utah after 1 year.
I know, he was even unhappy in Cleveland. And he had LeBron and Varejao and Hickson and Jamario Moon. And, oh my God, Jamario Moon. Shaq, who could barely walk down the floor. Anthony Parker. So, hey, that was a pretty okay, good team, but he should have been happy.
Yeah, he should have been. Whenever you're playing with LeBron, you should always be happy.
Exactly.
LeBron equals wins.
I'm surprised you said that, because you're usually on the Kobe bandwagon.
No, I cannot deny that LeBron, when he was in Cleveland, they had 260 win seasons.
Yeah, and then he had to do everything. He had to go 40 points, 15 boards, 12 assists every single night for them to win. And then Mike Brown never really had an offense. They'd say, "Here you go, LeBron, make a play." That's like the worst offense ever. So 646-340-1708, 646-340-1708. We were just talking about the Portland Trailblazers. What do you think about this article by Scott Howard Cooper, not Saku, this time? So Scott Howard Cooper of NBA.com says the understated Blazers can sneak into the postseason. We just talked about that. What do you think about some of these teams in the lottery? You don't see a Pelican playoff run?
They're an interesting team. There's a lot of West teams that are going to be vying for those 7th and 8th spots. I see 8th, like the Lakers, the Timberwolves, the Trailblazers.
You don't think the Pelicans right now are better than the Lakers?
I don't know if they gel. Tyreek, Drew Holiday, Eric Gordon all need the ball in their hands. So I don't know how that's going to work out. It's gonna provide them wins, but enough wins? I don't know. Can't answer that.
Okay, I think the Lakers are too old at the point guard position. You know what I mean. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah, you got to be honest here. You think that on a regular season nights, consistently on back-to-back nights, Steve Nash can guard guys. I mean, you know what teams should do? They should just ISO. They should say, everybody get out of the way. We're going to go right at Nash. He can't play defense. You know that.
That's why there's something called Help D.
I know there is, but the Lakers defense are gonna keep scrambling around, and they're not that great of a help defensive team either.
That's true.
So, you're right about the help D part, but they should switch up the defense and go with your favorite type of defense. It starts with a Z. What is it?
Zone.
Yes, zone.
I love the zone. I'm all for that Syracuse zone. Man, it just.
You always say that zone defense. Would you ban zone defense out of the league?
No. Why would you?
You're the one. I remember a few weeks ago you said zone defense is terrible. You should be man enough to play man to man.
It depends on what team. If you have liabilities, go zone. But if you have guys like Lamar or Steph Curry or Steve Nash.
Wait, Lamar? Did you put Lamar Odom in that discussion?
He's not a good defender.
Oh yeah. Oh no, for a second I thought you were saying good offensive players for a second. I was gonna be surprised, but
when you have guys who can't play defense, you gotta put them in the zone. Man is gritty. Man is show your chops. Can I take you one-on-one? That's what Kobe likes. Kobe's a man guy. LeBron's a zone.
No, he does. You just take any shots at LeBron when you want to.
LeBron's lazy on defense at times.
No, Kobe's lazy too. I can get you video right now.
Kobe is lazy on defense at times because he's older. He can't play.
LeBron's lazy on defense.
LeBron is at times.
No, I totally disagree with that. Okay, then in the fourth quarter, you would admit in Game 7, he shut down Tony Parker. He didn't even need any help. He completely shut down Parker. Parker couldn't even get in the paint because LeBron would beat him every single time on those slides.
Oh my gosh. Why are you such a LeBron advocate?
Why are you such a Kobe advocate?
Because Kobe is one of the greatest players in NBA history.
Well, LeBron's one of the greatest players in NBA history.
Oh, that's debatable.
That's debatable. You don't think he's better than, let's see. Who do you think is better, LeBron or Oscar Robertson?
I'd say LeBron.
Okay. Well, people think Oscar Robertson is a top 10 greatest player of all time.
LeBron's maybe number 10, maybe 11, 12.
You're so okay. At the end, this is what I think. When it's all said and done, it's gonna be LeBron 1B, Michael 1A.
Wow, I cannot believe you just said that.
Why?
Feel free to comment on any of this preposterous statements by Cameron, because LeBron is never going to be as good as Jordan. I don't care what you say. Never.
You know what I don't understand? When people say LeBron is overprotected. people forget all the time that Michael Jordan was the most celebrated and protected player in the 1990s. Everybody says, oh, LeBron gets all the calls. Jordan did too.
LeBron gets all the calls. The NBA Finals was rigged.
No, oh, don't get into that. Now that's just crossing the line when you say that.
The 2012 Eastern Conference Finals was rigged.
No, it wasn't.
Rondo went off that game, didn't get any calls. The Heat won in overtime. That series should have been over. 3-2 in Boston. How did they not win that? Rondo got hit on the head.
Wait, what are you talking about? The last year or the 2011?
Last Eastern Conference Finals, Boston, Miami, 3-2 in Boston.
Trust me, I'm the biggest. I've been a Celtics fan. Let me tell you, the Heat won that fair and square. Celtics did a great job. Yes, they did. Game 7.
You're not a Rondo fan.
Yes, I am. I like the Celtics 5 times more than you. Trust me. Trust me. Game 7, that was not rigged, okay?
Yes,
What?
it was.
No, you gotta listen to this. Rondo, the Celtics played great. It was tied until 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and then they just didn't have enough gas. The Celtics played really bad defensively. Their rotations were really bad, and LeBron just kept getting to the second level of the defense. He got in the paint repeatedly, and then he made that ridiculous 3 from like 10 feet beyond the three-point line. That was just ridiculous. So, the Heat won that fair and square, and I'm a huge Celtics fan. Celtics did everything correct. They stopped them in transition all the way out until Game 7 was the big decider.
Great insight. Okay, keeping on LeBron, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Dr. J, Julius Erving. LeBron's top 3 players of all time. Agree or disagree, Cameron?
I like Bird in top 3. I don't... Wait, why? Okay, Dr. J...
Bird is not a top 3 player.
No, I'll tell you why. Okay, Dr. J is wrong, but because of this. Dr. J played the ABA style of ball, and Dr. J could have won 5 championships.
He won 1.
No, I know. I said he could have, if he made his teammates better. That was the only impediment in Dr. J's game.
You said he was a ball hog.
Yeah, he was. Go ask Bill Walton against the Trailblazers in the 70s when they played the championship series. That's what Bill Walton said. He didn't say it directly, but he said that we were a better ball-moving team in the Sixers weren't.
Okay, here's my take on that. I don't think Larry Bird is in the top 30.
Top 30?
Top 30.
Oh my god, you're just gonna scare me right there.
Now, Magic Johnson, I guess, was hurt by this, by saying...
Oh my god, I'm so sick and tired of Magic. You know why?
Magic said...
No, I really am. I really am.
He said, in the matter of
God.
rings, so he said he should be put in that category because he had 5 rings.
You know what? Robert Horry is better than Magic Johnson. Robert Horry is better than Larry Bird. Robert Horry is better than Charles Barkley. Robert Horry is better than Reggie Miller. He is. He's got 7 rings. That's Magic's point of view. Who says that? They gotta be crazy to even come up with that. In my opinion, and I know you probably disagree with this, rings don't matter.
They matter somewhat. It could be an exciting factor. It's not the only factor, but it definitely matters.
Why? It's not my fault that I have that it's not Reggie Miller's fault that Rick Smits was a center and not Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, success can mark your career.
That's true. But if you're just comparing players individually, shouldn't it be individual success?
And team success, because basketball's a team game.
That's true, but it's kind of not. Think about it. Do you think the Lakers could have won 3 in a row if they had lost Game 6 in 0-2?
Yes, they would have won 7.
No, I'm saying the Kobe Shaq era.
Yeah, they would have won Game 7.
No, they would have not won Game 7.
Yes, they would.
No. What I'm saying, okay, in
They
02,
would have pumped them up.
in 02, the Kings were up 3-2. If the Lakers lost, they would have not won, obviously. Okay, let's look at 2000 against the Blazers. Game 7. Ron Garretson gets intimidated by Rasheed Wallace with the most idiotic response. So basically, Rasheed said, "No, it's not a foul." Ron Garretson said yes. So then Rasheed complains, barks at him on the sideline, gives him a tee. Listen to this. Then Rasheed Wallace, the next play, gets a big-time dunk, stares right at Ron Garretson, and says, "Ball don't lie." And then all of a sudden he gets out of the game because Ron Garrettson's intimidated. And then Steve Smith comes right down the lane, and big-boned Shaquille O'Neal knocks him down to the ground, and they don't call that a foul? What are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Shaquille O'Neal completely fouled Steve Smith to the bucket. They don't call that a foul?
Hey, ball don't lie.
Yeah, because you're a Lakers fan, and you guys got lucky again. The Los Angeles Flakers get it done again.
Wow.
It's always been like that, except for the 80s and 90s, and 08, 09 was deserved. No, 09 and 10 both were deserved, but I don't think 2000 and 2002 was deserved. 01 was deserved.
We fought our way through the season, through the first couple rounds. We deserved it. We were the better team.
Okay, against Sacramento, yes, but you're not better than the Blazers. Yeah, you weren't. You had Greg Anthony, Steve Smith.
Better than 2000 Blazers. You know that.
The 2000, Arividas Sabonis got screwed in that game.
Okay, we know that the Kings, 2002 Kings could have beaten the Blazers if they were both in the Western Conference Finals.
You thought the Kings could beat who?
The Blazers. The Kings are the hottest team in the league.
No, I'm talking about, the 2000 Kings were different than the 2000 Blazers. No, the 2002 Kings were way different than the Blazers. The 2000 Blazers were better than the 2002 Kings.
No.
Yes. Yeah,
No.
yeah, okay, fine, that's a huge debate. If you want to call in, go right ahead. So how you call in, it's 646 360-1708. On 1000 mics, you click the call-in icon, you put your own phone number, you click register call-in, and then you call 646-360-1708, or you comment on here. Shaq did not foul Steve Smith. Robert said that, by the way. Yes, he did.
Robert knows what he's talking about.
Okay, Shaq fouled Steve Smith in 2000. Shaq even admitted it on NBA TV. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaq admitted it.
He did?
Yeah, on your favorite show, Open Court.
Is Steve Smith in that show?
Yeah. Steve Smith and Chris Webber called the Lakers cheaters in 2000. You think?
They're sore losers.
No, they aren't.
They
I
are.
feel bad for Scottie Pippen. He should have won one more ring. And that's not fair for Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace should have won a ring with the Blazers.
Rasheed Wallace single-handedly gave the game to the Lakers.
No, he didn't. Ron Garretson is the one of the worst refs ever. He let's be honest.
I agree that the ball don't lie. You shouldn't say that. He deserved to get a technical.
You shouldn't say ball don't lie.
To the
Okay,
ref,
if you're at Rucker Park and you know how they have refs for games, if you said ball don't lie over there, would that matter? Would that matter at Venice Beach? Would that matter in any other type of setting? No, it's just a basketball term. It's a basketball term. I thought freedom of speech. I thought you could say, except for cursing and stuff. You can't say that.
Is not implied in NBA. You cannot say whatever you want and get
Okay, but Rasheed got ejected out of the game because slammed a nasty one on Samaki Walker. Samaki Walker got posterized, and that was beautiful. Then he stared down Ron Garrettson and said, "Hey!" just like that, and then he gets ejected.
Good ejection.
Why? That's not a good ejection.
Intimidate the refs. If refs feel you're intimidating them or trying to, you will get a technical.
You know what I don't get? There's such a double standard in the NBA. Dick Bavetta can kiss and hug Steve Francis, but you're not allowed to intimidate refs, or you can't even like touch refs. So why is Dick Bavetta allowed to kiss and hug Steve Francis, but Steve Francis can't hug him?
Because you cannot touch the ref.
That's the biggest double standard. The NBA needs to fix that. So you think that the 2000 Kings really are 2002 Kings are better?
Yes, I do.
You really think so?
They had more fire under their feet than the Trailblazers.
The 2002 Kings. Okay, you think Chris?
We're just a bunch of guys who just try to intimidate the other team, like Rasheed Wallace.
Okay, you know Rasheed Wallace was young, and they had what's his name?
Scottie Pippen.
No, they had Zach Randolph, who went to jail, and that's why they called him the Portland Jailblazers. That's what Shaq calls him, and he called the Sacramento Kings the Sacramento Queens, which he's dead wrong about that.
Good name, just a good name.
You think I thought those were one of the toughest guys. Hito Turkoglu and his beautiful hairstyle, and Scott Pollard with that yellow, icky stuff in their hair. I've never even seen that old 90s hairstyle that everybody hated.
They were good. They were.
You think Hito was better than Steve Smith?
No.
Okay, do you think Scott Pollard was better than Arvydas Sabonis?
No.
Exactly. So then, okay, who's a better coach, Rick Adelman or no? Rick Adelman's better than Dunleavy. So then, I don't understand why you think they're better.
They were the better team. They actually make the Lakers feel scared and feel.
They did. Okay, the Blazers took him to 7-2.
No. The Lakers and the Kings series is so close that the refs have to start to cheat.
No, Blazers Lakers, they cheated too.
He did not get fouled.
Yes, he did.
Shaq only said.
Okay.
Shaq said that so Steve Smith would stop being mad at him.
Okay, the Portland Jailblazers, which are really not that. Okay, yes, they did have guys who went to jail. Rasheed went to jail early that year, and then what's his name? Zach Randolph. You know who would have made that team better?
Who?
Latrell Sprewell. Yeah, they would have won a championship.
That mentality of Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah.
Latrell's a good player. You cannot deny that Latrell was good. He was a scorer. He was good for the Knicks. Good for the Warriors. Latrell, good talent.
Okay. You know what? Do you want to move on from this, or you want to keep going?
Definitely move on.
Okay, Matt Barnes says the Lakers' run is over. The Clippers are the best team in LA. Let me read this. Here.
Yeah, they're obviously the best team in LA.
Okay, y'all Lakers fans are funny. Y'all get out of the past. Your run is over. 16 titles is amazing, and the Clippers may never surpass that. But like I said, hashtag stop living in the past. It's our time now, whether you like it or not. LA will always be a Laker town. The Clippers are just the best team in town. Right now. Deal with it.
That's obviously true.
I know. So then, I actually thought you were going to get mad at Matt Barnes because you're going to say that he's a sellout or something.
He's a hater.
You really think he's that... You think he's really that bad? Like, you think he's that big of a hater?
I think, obviously, something he says is true, but he is a hater, yeah. He's mad about on the Lakers.
Okay, but he played with that... I don't think he's a hater. I just think you're just mad that the Clippers right now are better right now.
No, I'm not. I like Raptors. They're fun to watch.
All right. I just want to make sure. Comment on the green bubble. Call. Tweet me at SM_Cameron.
Okay, Cameron, I have a question for you.
Okay, go right ahead.
The Toronto Raptors, will they make the playoffs, yes or no?
I think so. I don't know who's going to make it in the East. I think Detroit and Toronto are going to be the two teams that will make it.
Cavs?
I don't think the Cavs will make it.
What?
I think they'll barely miss it. I think it'll be between Toronto and Cleveland, but Cleveland will not make it in.
Andrew Bynum, if he can
No,
return,
I don't think Andrew Bynum's going to get through the whole year.
Why do you say that?
You know what? I've never liked Andrew Bynum. I'm sorry. I just have a personal pet peeve with him.
Why?
I just think he reminds me of that typical lazy big man.
Oh my.
He does. And I always feel like he has that impression that he's better than everybody else. But he really isn't.
Dwight Howard.
What?
So does Dwight Howard.
But Dwight Howard should feel that way because he is the best and he is right. He is the best. You don't agree?
I do. Dwight's obviously the best center in the league, but Andrew Bynum 2 seasons ago was not far behind.
Okay, I could say this right now. I think Nikola Pekovic is better.
Wow. Slap yourself.
Why?
What a statement.
You don't think that... Okay, who has better fundamentals? Nikola Pekovic or Andrew Bynum?
Andrew Bynum.
I'm talking about overall. Offense, defense, running,
It's
rebounding.
Not really running, though.
Okay, what about character? What about it? Nikola Pekovic has better character than him.
Because he doesn't even speak English. You don't know what he's saying.
That is so true. By the way, someone just said the call-in doesn't work. Actually, I found out you have to go to 1,000 mics to put in your number and then press register call-in and then dial that number. Or you can call 949-456-2911. Yes, you can call my phone 949-456-2911, or you can comment in the green bubble. Go right ahead. So we were talking about those. Okay, so I don't think the Cavs will make it. I think Toronto is more experienced. I think their chemistry will be better.
Will Atlanta make the playoffs again, yes or no?
Wait, who?
Atlanta.
No, Atlanta won't make it.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. First of all, you've lost. You don't have Joe Johnson, obviously. I don't know if they can do it with Teague and Horford and carry it.
Good. Horford can shine now. Horford is really good.
No, I think Horford's a top 5 center. People think I'm crazy, but yes, he is.
He's behind Andrew Bynum, Dwight Howard, Joakim Noah, Brook Lopez, and Tim Duncan.
Let's get. We have a caller right here. I think I know who this guy is. I think his name is. Let's see here, Robert.
Hey, Cameron, how's it going?
Hey, what do you want to say here?
Well, I know you're talking about the Senators and what Matt Barnes said, and I totally agree with Matt Barnes. This Lakers team is not going to go far whatsoever this year. The Lakers are done. Their run's gone. Why can't the Lakers just admit they're not going to get in the playoffs this year? They won't get the 8th seed. They're going to get that 9th seed and 10th seed.
Hey, don't say it.
That's a bold statement. I mean,
you don't think they're going to get... Okay.
Fight for the seed like we did this past year.
Wait.
We have the grit to do it and the talent.
Robert, do you want to say anything else, or we're going to go... we're going to talk about this on here, and you can chime in if you want in the comments.
Okay, look. Kobe Bryant is not going to come back on that first game. Because that first game is going to be hard for him. He's coming back from the ACL. It's just not going to happen. I think Kobe Bryant's going to struggle. in this next year, and the Lakers are just not going to be themselves whatsoever. That's all I got to say, Jordan. Unfortunately, Lakers are just not going to do good this year.
See you, Robert. All right. So,
Okay.
no. Okay, you know what? Somebody on this channel, I went on that person's show, and they said the Lakers are going to get 45 to 50 wins. They're going to make the playoffs. He's a Laker fan just like you. Just like you.
I mean, it could happen. It could definitely happen.
You think they could get 50 wins?
First of all, Kobe Bryant could be back by the first game.
Okay, let's just say he gets back. You trust Chris Kaman down the stretch? He's broken down now.
We have Jordan Hill.
Jordan Hill, he's just an energy guy, in my opinion.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. You think one guy can change it around just with energy?
No, obviously not.
Yeah.
We have to be a team.
You think Steve Blake and Jody Meeks are going to go all Ray Allen on all of us and hit 3 after 3? And stretch the floor for Chris Kaman to go to work?
Jody Meeks is going to have to step up, yeah.
Jody Meeks and Steve Blake are shaky shooters. And I don't think they're going to... I think Chris Kaman's going to struggle. He's going to really struggle. And I don't think Pau Gasol is... I think he's going to have a hard time, too, because Chris Kaman is really limited offensively now. He's not the Clipper Chris Kaman. The all-star Chris Kaman. He's not that guy. The Dallas Chris Kaman wasn't good.
He was decent.
No, he wasn't. Poor Dirk had to do everything. Let's be honest. You have Mike James as your point guard.
Mike James was actually, he was better than Darren Collison at times.
I'll take Darren Collison over Mike James.
Darren Collison got outplayed by Mike
That's like
James.
telling me P.J. Tucker is the second coming to Michael Jordan.
P.J. Tucker is, he's going to foul you. He's going to foul you really hard.
Yeah, but he doesn't move his feet. He just reaches with his arm and then goes right. It just tries to pummel you to the ground.
Just like Rasheed Wallace.
Cold bricks from downtown, P.J. Tucker. You know, wait, speaking of cold bricks, Tony Roten is going to the 76ers. Talk about cold bricks from 3. I'm going to make a bold statement. Wait, we have somebody. Oh, we have another caller. Let's get him on. We have Jake Liker, a.k.a. Johnny Manziel Hater, on the show. What do you want to say?
Yes, first off, really liking the show so far. But I gotta say, why do you think that the Raptors have the edge over the Cavs? I mean, why is Kyrie Irving the young winners not enough?
Okay, first of all, you gotta, Jordan, you gotta listen to me on this one. You think, honestly, I don't know, that Tristan Thompson conversation over there, I don't know who's gonna really get it done. And then you look at Toronto. I think not Kyrie Lowry, but Kyle Lowry, it sounds pretty close. He's a very good point guard. People say, oh, he's not that good, he's overrated. You don't know basketball if you think Kyle Lowry's a bad point guard.
I never said that. I agree the Raptors are a great team, too. The Raptors are a playoff team, too. But, I mean, why the Cavs? Well, what do you have against Andrew Bynum? Look, I'm a Laker fan. I don't like Bynum either. But you can't deny that he's a good ball player. Like, why?
I don't trust the Cleveland bench really either.
What? Jarrett Jack?
No, well, besides Jarrett Jack...
Clark? Tristan Thompson?
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to go with Toronto. You know what? You want to make a bet? We'll make a bet between the 3 of us. I think the Toronto Raptors...
If you look at the 4 games, the Raptors and the Cavs played this season, they split it 2-2. And that was all without Andrew Bynum. The Cavs could easily win the series with the Raptors this year.
And people forget this. Andrew Bynum missed an entire year. So talk about getting into game shape. You don't make it a big deal, Jordan. You just want to give Andrew Bynum a pass for everything. Just criticize him for once.
It's not not hard to criticize Andrew Bynum, Jordan, bro. I mean, the hair, the bowling accident.
You think Andrew Bynum's a real good leader? All the guys are going to be looking at him. I'd rather look at Kyrie Irving than Andrew Bynum, if you ask me.
Bynum's not a leader, but you can't put Nikola Petrovic over him. I mean, even if he's a pet peeve of yours.
No, okay, that's true. I just thought about that right in my head, but I just think that Nikola's a better runner than Bynum on the fast break.
Because he's
a better bowler.
And he runs on his toes.
Thanks, Jake. We'll have you on next time.
See you.
See ya. Okay, what about transition defense? By the way, we got a few comments here. We'll read them in a sec. Transition defense. You'll take Bynum over Pekovic?
No, but as a player in a whole, I take Bynum every day.
You know what? I don't think Bynum will ever win a championship again. If he's the true leader of the team, if he's the number one piece, I know that's the good part. I said if he somehow moves somewhere else, I don't think he'll ever win a championship if he's the leader.
I think he can.
As the leader, as the main piece?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he has to be the second guy. He can't be the first guy.
He wants that spotlight. He was going to get that spotlight in Philadelphia as the best player on the team.
Let's talk about Philadelphia's. Right, we'll get there real quick, but somebody just said from Chris, Lakers will blow this year. Their bench, Nash is getting old. Gasol is not the guy he was before. The grammar's all right, but the comment is good. Yeah, we pretty much said that. Okay, so 76ers, they got Tony Roten and Michael Carter Williams, Brick City. I have a bold prediction. They're going to shoot 10% this year from three. They're that bad. Have you seen Tony Roten and Michael Carter Williams shoot threes? You know what they should do? People who are in jail right now should be forced, instead of doing anything else, having to go through the death penalty, anything else, they should be forced to watch 76ers three-point shooting competitions between Tony Roten and Michael Carter Williams. That's worse than disastrous. That's pretty much it's worse than seeing the Bobcats shooting threes. I'll take Ben Gordon over Michael Carter Williams shooting threes. Okay, prediction. 76ers, are they going to be the worst team this year ever in the history of the NBA?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
I think they'll win at least 20 games.
Yeah.
At the most.
Okay, look at this. They've got... You know what I'd do? If I'm playing them, I play 2-3 zone. And dare them to shoot threes. Would you do that?
No.
Why not? Why would you play man against them? You get more tired. Okay, you've had 5 games in a row on the road. You're going into Philly. Would you play zone or would you play man? You have a veteran team.
Zone. Yeah, you're right. I play zone.
I'd play 2-3 the entire night and win by 55.
What?
Yes, because they can't hit threes. And they're not really, they don't really have high IQ guys yet.
That's true.
So, that's what I'd do against them. Let's talk about some more playoff teams. Any more comments or questions, please? Call, tweet, anything.
Okay.
Go.
Cameron, I have a couple questions.
What? Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear your questions.
Two teams. Who's gonna have a better record, and who's gonna go farther in the playoffs?
Okay.
Brooklyn or Indiana?
Okay. By the way, real quick, Jake said Carter Williams does a 2-3 zone. Yeah, he does, but... Okay, you're right. In a 2-3, you can break him down with the dribbling gaps. But NBA defenses they have complicated 2-3 zone schemes. So, Michael Carter's going to have to shoot a few threes. Same with Tony Roten. And they're not going to make a lot of threes. I want to see Tony Roten and Michael Carter go for a 3-point contest. I really do. That's what for All-Star Weekend. The NBA should torture us. But okay, Indiana or Brooklyn. I think regular season Brooklyn will have the better record.
Yes.
Postseason, Pacers are going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals again.
My prediction is
Brooklyn Nets are going to win the finals.
Brooklyn wins the NBA championship.
You just love Brooklyn just because
They're
they.
good for the championship.
Okay, you say they have 5 guys who can go for 20. You think Garnett and Pierce can go for 20 right now?
I said they can. They're not. They can't. They can't. They cannot obviously go for 20 because they're not going to get all those touches.
No, I'm just saying if they were the main options, you think they can go for 20 still?
Easily.
I don't think so. I think this is their last year.
No, Barnett maybe, but not Pierce. Pierce has 2 probably.
Yeah, I just don't like their offense.
You're just mad because they left Boston.
No. I love Garnett and Pierce. They're my favorite players of all time. If they even went to Miami, I would have been okay. Or if they even went to Indiana, that's perfectly fine with me.
What about LA?
That'd agitate me, personally. So, you look at the Nets. Joe Johnson and I like Darren Williams as a point guard.
He's good.
Do you think... You know what I have a problem with Joe Johnson? Is when they do those ISOs with him, and he settles for those 25 fadeaway footers. Those 25 footers.
He's lazy. He's too lazy to go to the basket. So he goes up.
And I think, like, in ISO situations, you can double him, and he won't make a good decision. So, that alone will not make the Nets go to the Eastern Conference Finals. That will hurt them down the stretch.
I think they're better than Indiana. Like, they have a bench too. Indiana has a good bench, but I just think they're better than Indiana. Plain simple. Indiana may have a better coach, but you don't really need much of a coach when you have 5 All-Stars.
No, I think Jason Kidd's going to be a huge factor too. If he's not, they need him to be a really big-time coach. He can't just be a run-in-the-mill Mike Dunlap type coach.
That's what he's going to be.
What?
He's going to be that type of coach.
But then they're not going to win a championship.
They are, because they have Lawrence Frank, their assistant.
I don't get... You're going to say that Lawrence Frank has more power than Kidd. So then why don't they promote Lawrence Frank and then demote Kidd?
Because they want it to look better.
No, Lawrence Frank is a terrible head coach. He's a great assistant, but he's a terrible head coach.
That's why he's not a coach now. They could have signed him.
I just think that Kidd is really suspect as a head coach. I don't know if he's going to be able to go through the rigors and be prepared night in and night out.
I think he'll be prepared because he's not doing much. He has Pierce and Garnett who are just boring leaders.
To me, that's not the problem. I'm talking about X's and O's. I don't know if he... Does Jason Kidd have that command to say, hey, Joe, actually pass the ball or get to the rim and try to find guys instead of settling for that 20-footer? I don't think that, Kidd has that command.
He doesn't.
I feel like he's going to lose the team halfway through the season.
No, I don't think he'll lose the team.
No.
I think they'll start to slump a little bit.
He reminds me of Vinny Del Negro. Vinny Del Negro lost his team mid-season. It was even reported.
He did lose his team towards the end of the season. Right after that 17-game win streak, or that 19, whatever it was.
Yeah,
I
was there when they absolutely smashed the Celtics at Staples Center to get like 16 in a row, I think.
Sucky Celtics.
Oh my god. No, it was because of injuries and it was just they were coming off of a West Coast trip. Come on. Give them a break.
Gosh.
You never think that NBA teams are tired. Like, whenever I mention road trips, you're like, oh, they can deal with it.
No, I don't think.
I think it's a big deal.
What is?
Road trips. I think teams do get tired. You don't think they do?
No, they do. They definitely do.
Okay. Then, why do you think... Okay, well, the Celtics Clippers saying that was a long time ago. Yeah, the Nets... Okay, why don't you think Indiana will make it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
I think they. Okay, well, here's the thing is, they both can't, because. Do you think the Heat are going to get the number 1 seed?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Miami got the 3 seed.
The 3?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. I think Indiana and Chicago could be 1, 2, and Brooklyn 4. I wouldn't be surprised. No,
That's a terrible
I think Miami will be 2. Ultimately, I think Miami will be 2. But it could happen.
Chicago, you're overestimating Chicago.
You're underestimating Luol Deng.
Luol Deng he's good, but just him, Joakim Noah, and Derrick Rose is not enough for a number 2 seed with other teams, the Heat.
Not Jimmy Butler?
Huh?
What about Butler? Jimmy Butler?
He's okay.
He's okay. I think he's really good. I think he's the Iman Shumpert of the Bulls.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
He kind of looks like him too, but
What?
yeah, kinda. I don't know. I'm not saying hairstyle, but I'm just saying like body wise, like they're pretty similar size.
Oh gosh. Okay, what about this one? This is another one of those head to head.
Are you yawning on the show? Come on.
No, I'm not.
Okay, good.
Another. How about this? Who do you think is gonna go further? Golden State Warriors or Houston Rockets?
I think Golden State will. I think you'd agree with that.
Yeah, I think Houston will get a higher seed, but Golden State will definitely go farther.
Because I think that I think the Rockets have a problem at point guard with Beverly and Lin. I still think they. I don't trust it.
Starting point guard for any team.
Wait, say it again?
Lin is a good starting point guard for any team.
I don't know if Beverly and Lin will work out. I don't like that dynamic.
Beverly's backup.
I know, but sometimes Beverly outplays Lin.
But they're still going to start Lin. They paid $25 million for him.
That's true, but I think Lin can get exposed sometimes, and I think Harden. I don't. Everybody's gonna hate what I'm gonna say, but I think Harden kind of is a ball sticker. You know what that means? Similar to Melo, he falls into that trap of let me get it done from the perimeter and pull up from 30.
He does not do that.
Last year he did. He did that a lot last year.
Melo and Harden are different players. Harden gets to the room, gets to the rack more, and Melo prefers to shoot the jump shot.
I actually I think it's the other way around.
What?
Yeah, I've seen, especially the last game in the regular season, I saw that too, and most of the games I've seen Harden, when he comes off that screen, he calls for that, fist. I don't know if you've heard fist before that play, right? You've heard fist, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The most infamous AAU play, fist. So, basically, they'll run a fist, which means a high pick and roll. So, Harden will come off the pick, and the second he puts the ball down for a dribble, he's pulling up clean. No, Melo posts up. Melo posts up, and Melo tries to get mid-range jump shots.
Harden's either shooting a 3 or he's going to the rack. There's no in-between for him.
That's a bad thing. He needs to shoot more mid-range jump shots.
He does. But Dwight Howard and Omer Sheik are going to be crowding that area. Omer Sheik's just going to be running around with like a chicken with his head.
I hate how Omer Sheik asks for more money. Just go out there and be a Dennis Rodman for us. Go out and rebound. I want him to get 25 rebounds a night. Let me tell you though, Howard and Ashik, if Ashik stays and eats some humble pie for once, they could be special. In the future, I think Ashik and Howard can win a championship together. If they keep the Rockets and then they get a really good bench player, if they can get a J.R. Smith or Jarrett Jack on the bench, they can be a championship team in like 2 years.
Yeah, they can.
I think they'll win the finals in 2 years. I'm going to book it.
What?
Yeah, in 2 years, I'm picking the Rockets to win the finals.
No.
Yes.
The Rockets.
Only if LeBron goes to Cleveland. LeBron will go to Cleveland this offseason, or after this year.
I don't think so.
You think he'll stay in Miami for the rest of his career?
Yeah.
I totally disagree. And on that note, we're going to end the show. Thanks for staying with us and burning an hour on your Sunday in the middle of the day. Follow our group Facebook page, In the Paint. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for bearing with us. And like always, we'll see you next time.